Yeah, I got these motherfucking warlocks in this biatch. So you know it's all about that World War III, nigga. You feel me, nigga? Ha. My nigga Sam, my nigga Popeye. Shout out to my nigga D.I.G's, you off in this bitch, feel it.
My future, my focus, paradise. Criminal slash pistol popper, took the batter dice. And if I gotta be real, then sank a clip below my hip to survive. I keep the real motherfuckers alive. My future, my focus, paradise. Criminal slash pistol popper, took the batter dice. And if I gotta be real, then sank a clip below my hip to survive. I keep the real motherfuckers alive.
Look. Intent is to leave a corpse, remorse is extinct. Niggas, murder and lust, the course we own is misled. The path we don't walk, it leads to unknowns. Like understanding life and why we here and some gone. I'm mystified, conspicuous eyes, vision my glory. Camouflage with which we hide it. Side of the hallways, the narrow road is followed. The barrel, hold the hollows I spit to keep the real alive. To have tomorrow, murderer slash real nigga slash ghetto celebrity. To often have life and death we hope to never see. The destiny of what's real is my fate, then I hate. Composure kept before the death of my grace. My Lord, take to my face, flinching is forbidden. Murder and self-defense, can you blame me for living? Keep the real alive, the fake of fakeness with death. Keep the real bring, bitch niggas are laid to rest.
My future, my focus, paradise. Criminal slash pistol popper, took the batter dice. And if I gotta be real, then sank a clip below my hip to survive. I keep the real motherfuckers alive. My future, my focus, paradise. Criminal slash pistol.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AFC. And guys, I have to apologize that we're having to do it this way. I don't know if I'm having computer issues or if I'm having issues with my internet, but either way it goes, man, definitely want to appreciate you guys for coming through and watching this YouTube premiere. And hopefully I can get these issues rectified so that way we can be live, so that way we can interact whenever we have a special guest on the show like we do today. So, ladies and gentlemen who are watching this stream right now, I want to introduce you guys to a gentleman who you may or may not know. If you are a No Limit fan like I am, then you guys know that this is a very, very special deal for me. I'd like to welcome Sam from No Limit Records in the building. Brother, what's happening?
Cooler, man. I'm chilling as always.
Yeah, okay, cool, man. Definitely appreciate you, taking the time, and just had to, want to ask you a few questions as far as your career with No Limit, and definitely want to kind of talk about the things that you've been doing since then. So let's go ahead and kind of start from the beginning. Like where are you from, and how do you get started with No Limit?
It's a funny little story, man. We me and Mac kind of grew up together, and he was signed to No Limit for maybe a year or so, and I was back and forth up there to Baton Rouge. Yeah, me and Mac, we kind of grew up together. We had a lot of mutual friends. Like he stayed not too far from my projects, so we knew a lot of the same people. And once he signed with No Limit, which he was supposed to sign with Def Jam.
Oh, okay.
And he signed with No Limit, and he was up there for maybe a year. I used to be back and forth up there, going up there, kicking with him. And this one day we just happened to run into Pete. He came to the gym where we were hooping at, and we hooped all day. So he introduced me to Pete, but he didn't introduce me as an artist. So Pete was like, "Man, bring him to the crib. We're gonna go hoop at the crib." We ended up going to the crib. You had the big basketball court in the backyard. So we ended up hooping. So we go upstairs to the studio, and we went to rapping. And I rapped that verse to, I think it's called Soldiers on Mercedes album. That's the first record I recorded with No Limit. He heard the verse, and he put it on her album. And maybe 3 days later, I was signed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Had no intentions of going up there and signing as an artist.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. So basically, from what I understand, is that you ended up featuring on a lot of different records with No Limit, or was it like a small amount? Because I definitely remember some. I remember Mac. I remember Mercedes. I remember Mac. I think you did some stuff with C Murder also, if I'm not mistaken.
Now the stuff that I did, all right, with Mac album, Paradise was actually Popeye's song. We ended up going to California, and Mac was working on records, and I convinced Popeye that, man, let's give him Paradise. So we let him hear Paradise. He put on his album. The Mercedes song, they you know, I just told you how that came about. And I did a joint with P on, I think it was the 504 Boys, called Moving Things.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else after that, the 2 songs that I did on C Murder album were actually my songs. And C Murder was like, he heard me like, man, let me use that for my album. I actually gave him 2 songs. One he took me off of, and he added Magic to it.
Which one?
Damned
Which one was that one?
Damned If They Murder Me with him, Magic.
So you
actually
were
for my album.
So you were actually on that.
Yeah, that was my song. It was featuring it was just me and Mac. That was for my album. It was just me and Mac. And the Ride, that was actually my song. It was just me and Dig on that one. And I think I did one more song, Haters on Silk, My World, My Way album. That was actually for my album.
Wow, that's crazy to hear that. Because some of those are my favorite songs, especially with that I'll Be Damned If They Murder Me. Like, I could, it's
Right.
That's so crazy. Like, I would love to have that back. Like, if we could redo that and like have like the original back, that'd be dope.
Excel actually produced it, and he was about to throw the track away. I was like, nah, man, I got something for it. Let's just do something. And I called Peaches over. I wrote the hook for her. I was like, I want to sing it like this. Called Mac over, asked him did he want to hop on it. Mac got on it. We did it. C Murder heard it and wanted it. I wasn't gonna tell him no.
Yeah, and like I say, you know, especially with I think how well that album did. Also, so sometimes like when you do stuff like that and you give up a song kind of for the greater good, not only because you're with that label and it gives that particular project a push, but you know, with you being a creator, like I'm pretty sure, you know, you could just, I mean, if you're good at what you do, I mean, you could just create some more good stuff.
I did my entire album, the Enemy of the Streets album. I did that entire album in a week and a half with XL, non-stop studio sessions with XL for a week and a half, every day, at least 12 hours a day. Did the entire album with him.
Wow. Okay, so that's what I want to hear about. So, Enemy of the State by Samm. This album is supposed to come out. I don't remember if they gave an actual release date, but I do remember seeing the album art. What happened to that album? Because apparently you got a lot further than a lot of other people did with your project.
I had at least, let me see, we did at least 35 songs.
Oh, wow.
I was with XL every day. He pretty much put together the album I'm about to drop on Monday. He lost it, man. Like, he lost it. He been looking for it for the past, let me see, somebody asked about it maybe like 2 years ago, and I was like, man, let me contact XL, see if he can find it. He been searching for it. If he find it, we will drop it, but he just can't seem to find the files for it.
That's so if he hadn't have lost it, it would have came out.
Now, by that time, like, P actually heard the album. Like, XL played it for him. This was during the time when he was doing actually at the Wobble Wobble video shoot. He played him a few songs off the album. Like, it was complete. He played it for a lot of people, but by that time, I was already it was everything was going downhill from, like, after Mac went to jail. Like, it was downhill for me after that.
So
I think I did after Mac went to jail, which was Silk used it on his album.
Okay, so tell me about that. Like, I kind of want to know, where do you see, like, I guess, like the downfall happen, like where people are kind of leaving, I guess, No Limit, or maybe just moving on to different places? Like where does your story play a part in that? What do you know about that?
We were all like the thing that stopped. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but with me, when Mac caught his case, like that just everything just went berserk and haywire after that. Because after Mac caught his case, think C Murder caught his case, then Mystical caught his case. Like, after Mac, everything just went downhill from there. So, and then P was more focused on life after rap during this time.
Mm-hmm.
Focused on basketball. You know, he had all his products that he was, you know, he was just venturing off away from music. But he didn't leave anybody in charge of No Limit Records. Like, he was trying to wear multiple hats. And we had like, a lot of people don't know, I don't tell the story much. Like, we was in Houston working on Silk album. After I did a couple songs with Silk, I actually called him and asked him, like, where we going from here? Like, what's going on? And he was like, look, I'm focusing on rebranding myself right now. So he couldn't really focus on me. And, you know, the next day, he was like, look, he understood it. He was like, man, I'm focusing on me. If you can't wait, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, it makes no sense for me to be here if I'm not going to be focused on as an artist. Like, you got other things going on. So I kid you not, he gave me all the money he had in his pocket. He booked me a flight. He asked me, where do you want to go? And I knew what that question meant. He said, you want to go to Baton Rouge or you want to go to New Orleans? And I knew what that question meant. Baton Rouge was where he was based, and New Orleans was home for me. And I said New Orleans, and we've never spoken, never been in the same room, never talked on the phone ever since.
And you're talking about Silk.
This was Mac had been in jail. He hadn't been in there a couple months by this time.
Mm-hmm.
This was like 2000, maybe in June, July, something like that. 2000, that's the last time I've ever seen him, talked to him, heard from him, like, with no communication ever since that day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's been 20 years. Like, you know, after P issue wasn't nothing like that. It was like he gave me a decision. I made a decision to leave.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so basically, so you end up back in New Orleans, and what happens from there?
From there, like, music was the last thing on my mind. Mac was locked up, and knew what Soulja Slim had made it home from jail. He was out. So I was kind of running with him. You know what I'm saying? He was doing the cutthroat committed thing, and I was kind of running with him, but I wasn't fully invested in it. I was back with my homeboys on the corners or whatever. But then C Murder caught his charge. And reached out to me. He was one of the few people that reached out to me after No Limit, like, man, come do this music. It's a story. I was
Okay.
I got called out the house.
I'm sorry, it broke up. You said who reached out to you? I'm sorry, it broke up a little bit. Say it one more time.
Magnolia Slim.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You that reached out to me. So it was a funny story. We was in the project, and I was on a bike, a pedal bike, no shoes on. I had on socks, and I'm riding through the project. He see me. He stopped me, like, man. That's how we talk. He like, man, what you doing riding around here with nobody? Like, man, I ain't had time to put on shoes. I had something to do. He was like, man, look, I heard you on that Silk when I was locked up. He said, you got some shit with you. Come fuck with me. And that was that. I was cutthroat committed from that point on.
Yeah, man, a shout out.
And he won.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he the king, man. One of the realest.
Yeah. So what was your experience being like with Soulja Slim, man? Shout out to Magnolia Slim, Soulja Slim, whatever people know him by. You know what I'm saying?
It was we went on a couple of little circuit tours with him. One of them little bootleg tours or whatever, that and chitlin circuit tours with him, and he showed me love, man. Like everywhere we went, he showed up. He made sure I was straight. We did one song together called "Sick and Tired," and they wound up getting killed. That kind of soured me again on music. Like, here we go again, another tragedy stopping, what I had going on. And I wound up turning that song. That song, it exists, but I don't have access to it. I gave it to his mom. I gave her the masters and everything, and XL produced it again.
Okay.
I gave it back to his mom, and then from when Slim was killed, I kind of veered away from music for a while until I got a phone call from Mac from jail, and he had a friend that was doing his label, the Cam Fam label, and I did an entire album for his label.
Mm-hmm.
Lost it in the summer. Like, we lost all the files. Some people have a few songs, but the album I did on Mac label after Hurricane Katrina, it is non-existent. It's on my ASCAP. I can go at my ASCAP and look at it. It exists only through ASCAP Live. No audio on it.
Wow, that's a lot to have to deal with. That's a lot to have to deal with.
I was like, is it meant for me? Or I was like, I guess that ain't it for me. Like, music wasn't, like, everything that could go wrong in a career went wrong. But it never was me personally. It was always the people around me that it affected. Like Mac going to jail, Slim getting killed, C going to jail. Just a whole bunch of, something looked like there would be some progress. Wrong.
Yeah.
And then Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, hold on just 1 second. So yeah, man, that definitely is crazy. And I'll tell you this, that's kind of, I guess, what I appreciate about the digital age now is that you have these things where, you don't have to show up in the studio and, fly all these thousands and hundreds of miles and stuff. You can just put something in Dropbox. You can put something in Google Drive. It's there. Yeah. You could save it. You could copy it. You got thumb drives and flash drives,
That my entire the album releasing on Monday, like everybody who had a part in that, we all were never in the same room. I had it mixed in Chicago, mastered in Dallas. Sent all the files to Chicago for mixes, and all the files to Dallas for mastering. I was sending out emails and for features. I actually was able to get Mr. Servo on my album.
Yeah, shout out to Serv.
Yeah, he one of the real ones too. He gave me some good advice at No Limit.
Yeah, and I'm still hoping to be able to link up with him. I had while I was out there, I was hoping to try to catch him while I was in New Orleans. I was in New Orleans maybe about 5-6 weeks ago, but I reached out to him. Like I said, I know when people get busy, man, stuff happens sometimes, and maybe it just wasn't good. My timing wasn't good, but I was definitely trying to reach out and catch up with some folks while I was out there. But it ain't gonna be my last time. It was my first time, but definitely won't be my last time. And I'm gonna definitely make sure and hit you up when I pull up out there. You know what I mean?
I'm in Atlanta. I'm based in Atlanta right now.
Oh wow! What's up with everybody going to Atlanta?
Man, I was here by way of the storm, man, and I just didn't go back.
Okay,
this wasn't a choice.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of people out there like that I've heard of it, and shout out to Atlanta. Like, it just seems like they just got so many different kinds of people. You got your Florida people out there, your New York people out there, some Texas people out there.
From Atlanta, in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's like a big black melting pot out there.
It's very rare that I meet someone and they're from Atlanta.
Yeah. That's crazy. So let's do this, man. As like I said, I know I've taken up a little bit of your time, and I know we've had a little bit of stream difficulty, but let's talk about this. What do you have going on now, and what projects are you about to release, so that way we can make sure and let the people know, and hopefully, yeah.
This album, Magnolia Tale of Two Sides, like everybody been waiting on it. Like we had so many hiccups getting this album done. Like it's a lot of features that I didn't get, so I'm gonna do a volume 2 like right behind it. Dropping that on September 28th. We having a huge video shoot for the song called Black Ties. We're gonna have a lot of surprise guests in this video in December. I got the single Pull Up with Jabot, which he killed it. Like they don't even need me on the record. They can just play the hook. He killed it. Like Jabot, shout out to Jabot. He killed it. He made the record for me.
And you said Jabot, he did a lot of music with No Limit too, did he not?
Yeah, he wrote if not 50%, 60% of Mercedes album. He wrote almost half that album. I know that for sure. I watched them do it. Wow.
And shout out to Mercedes, man. She's definitely one of my favorites, and you know I follow her on Instagram, and we chop it up from time to time. But yeah, definitely, that's dope. I did not know that.
Yeah, he wrote a lot of music,
and he sings really good too. By the way,
he can sing. Oh yeah, that's one thing he can do. That's why I reached out to him for that record. I could have got anybody I wanted to, but I just heard him on that record, and I got another one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna fly him in because I want to record. We did it via email, but I got him flying in a few weeks, and we got another one. I think it could be a big hit too.
Okay. Yeah, man, I can't wait to see what you got going on, man. So we're gonna actually get an official project, and that is let me pull it up here on my screen so everybody can see.
Magnolia Tale of Two Sides.
Let me put this on the screen so y'all can see that. That is actually one of the thumbnails that I used in this particular stream's thumbnail. Magnolia Tale of Two Sides. Sammo, definitely appreciate you, man. And one of your main songs that's on there is Pull Up with you and Jabot, right?
That's the one.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play this, man. I want to say thank you so much, but once you do your part 2, we might have to do a part 2 of this interview once I get my raggedy internet working.
We can do it. All you gotta do is let me know when.
Yeah, definitely, man. And thank you so much for being patient. Thank you for your time. And we're gonna go ahead and rock out, and I'm gonna go ahead and play this song. And man, we'll definitely keep in touch with you, bro.
All right, peace.
Yes, sir.
Savage. I'll be your side, I'll be your way. Pull up, I'ma hit you when I pull up, I'ma hit you, pull up, yeah. Pull up, yeah. I'ma hit you when I pull up.
Got her in my scope, DM on the gram. I've been on the low, but I'm in high demand. She heavy on my line, texting for response. Messages remind me she wetter than a pond. I'ma take a dive, Olympic swimmer strokes. She want all the smoke, put that fire out of slope. I'm gon' peel off that Da Vinci.
I want Mr. 3.
Surrender in her soul, guilty pleasures pledged. She listen like a fan to every word I said. Verbally seducer, I'm f***ing with her head. I'm f***ing with her, f***ing with her head. She f***ing with it, f***ing with me, with her head. Kush up in the pre-rolls.
4% in CeeLo.
She own me like a PO, but trust me like a hero. I'm navigating traffic, she laughing, playing, snapping. OM'd up her DM, she at me in her caption.
Pull up.
connection, Wi-Fi finessing. We met through her best friend, who ex-friends with my exes. I'm fighting lights and traffic. She crazy about my accent. It's always say baby for me. Whoa, they have her laughing. We going off that attraction, find this and she attractive. Cleopatra, she was happening. Gonna attach her to this mattress. Hair long, body in rare form. Tatted up her left arm. Giuseppe's all she kept on. Jacuzzi, juicy, wet, warm. Go to war with no vest on. Puppy love on her pet form. She pure, not stepped on. She altering my scale. She smart, she went to Yale. She always in Chanel. I'm parking, hit a sale. Hit her when I put up. All distractions put up. Phone left on the same pedestal I put her. Hit her when I pull up. All distractions put up. Phone left on the same pedestal I put her.